Hello, Shalom, it's your boy Renaissance here bringing you guys a test Gauntlet Buster deck that I have been theory crafting up. I recorded this video once going over like every single card on Narukami, but all my audio didn't record it, so I'm going to do it like this, get it done fast because I don't got much time right now. I gotta go to work in 2 hours, so we're just going to speed run through this. Here's the deck. First is grade 3s. We're talking about Gauntlet Buster Dragon as a 4-of. On Vanguard, for each of your opponent's empty front row rear guards, he gains plus 5,000 in a crit. And then his other skill is Counterblast 1, discard a card, bind all of the units in your opponent's front row, and then you may move up the rear guards in your opponent's back row to the same column to the front row. He's really strong. He is like Gust Blaster, where your opponent can almost never take a hit from Vanguard. You don't need any cards that also bind stuff. He just annihilates them himself. So, yeah. He's a really strong card. Next, we're running 2 Great Composure Dragon. He gains plus 5 during your turn for each open front row rear guard your opponent has. So you combine that with Gauntlet Buster, who binds the whole front row, and then you use Great Composure to gain power for each open front row. So against non-Excel clans, they're both gaining plus 10, with Gauntlet Buster gaining 2 extra crits. Against more Excel clans, they're just gaining 5 more for each open rear guard, for each open Excel circle, pretty much. So yeah, Great Composure just adds a little bit extra oomph to your attacks during your turn. And then we're also running 3 Thunderbreak Dragon. We're mainly running him to give us access to Rai, because we need Soul in how this build of the deck is. But Thunderbreak, if your opponent's Vanguard is a grade 3, then you can attack the whole front row if he's on Vanguard. Then on Vanguard, the rear guard acts once per turn, Counterblast 1. Your opponent has to move units from the back row to open front row, and it doesn't have to be same column, right? So you can force them to bring out the booster behind the Vanguard. You can force them to put stuff on the Excel circles, and then you Gauntlet Buster and wipe them out at once. So yeah, he's pretty nice. Mainly using him for Rai though. Next, for grade 2s, we're running 4 Zuitan. He's the main card you want to use with Gauntlet Buster. On rear guard, whenever your opponent's unit is bounded, then Zuitan and your Gauntlet Buster all gain plus 5. And it stacks for every bounded unit. So you can just give massive power to Gauntlet Buster. If you have multiple Zuitans on the field, then you give a load of power on Gauntlet Buster. He just adds a lot more oomph to your rear guards and your Vanguard, making it harder to guard them. Because this is a pressure deck, you want to keep up pressure and make sure your opponent does not have many resources. And how this build is, you're going to always have resources. So, Zuitan, at the end of the turn, if your opponent has no front row rear guards, you put him to Soul and draw a card. Really nice because you need Soul with how this build of the deck is. And drawing an extra card after you're discarding with Gauntlet Buster is really good. Next, we are running 3 Chow. On play, Vanguard or rear guard, you Counterblast 1, choose a column, bind the rear guard in the front row of that column, and then move up the rear guard in the back to the front. And then also on rear guard once per turn, at the end of the battle that your Vanguard attacked, if there are no rear guards in your opponent's front row, Counterblast 1 and stand Chow. So you're using this as your way to combat early game, because how this build is, you don't have many ways to get rid of rear guards, because I'm trying to focus it around Gauntlet Buster just always binding rear guards. So having Chow, being able to have a little bit of anti-aggro in the deck for really cheap cost is really nice. Him being able to restand later on into the game, especially when he's on an Excel circle, is also really good. Now, we're also running 3 Dusty Plasma Dragon. Once per turn, when your opponent's rear guard is bound during your turn, you may give 2 of your rear guards in the same column as him plus 5, and it's rear guard only. So you pretty much, after you use Gauntlet Buster, you give that column plus 10. Really good. You could run Thunderstorm instead to have like a more of a guaranteed plus 5, but Dusty Plasma gives an extra plus 5 for using Gauntlet Buster, which you should be always using unless your opponent just doesn't call rear guards. Last, we're running 2 Desert Gunner Duran. Act on rear guard when a card is discarded from your hand for the cost of your Vanguard's ability. If this is used in your front row, Soul Blast 2 and draw a card. It's not an act, it's an auto. I don't know why it says act on here, but Anyway, you combine this with your Gauntlet Buster Dragon. So Gauntlet needs to discard. You Soul Blast 2 with Dawn, and then you draw a card. I'm also running 4 Rising Phoenix, which Rising Phoenix, when the card is bounded during your turn, you can call it from the drop zone and he gains +3. So the 3-card combo is you do Gauntlet Buster, discard Rising Phoenix, and then bind the whole front row, and then you call Rising Phoenix from his skill, and then you do Dawn effect to Soul Blast 2 and draw a card. Really good. You net advantage, you get a +1 off that, and then you also have bounded the opponent's front row, so you minus them, and your Vanguard's gaining more power, your rear guards are gaining more power, Rising Phoenix is +3, you're just chilling. Next we're running 2 Lightning of Hope Helena. Auto on rear guard once per turn. When the opponent's rear guard is bound during your turn, if you have no face-up cards, you can damage zone, Soul Blast 1, and countercharge 1. So you're mainly using this because you're counterblasting a lot through Gauntlet Buster, Thunder Break, and Chow. You need to always have damage up so then you can keep Gauntlet Bustering each and every turn. The main problem with this is that you're running Doran, who's Soul Blasting 2 to gaining more advantage, but you pretty much just decide, do you really need more cards, or do you need to countercharge more so then you can use Gauntlet Buster more? Yeah, I just like wrap that shit. And then we're running 3 Dragon Dancer Rai Rai. It's the main reason why we're running Thunderbreak Dragon, because she lets you search for Thunderbreak, and then you put it into Soul, which gives us more Soul, so then we can use more Helena, more Doran effect. Boom. Chakalaka. And we're running 3 Demolition Dragon. Continuous on rear guard if your opponent's front row has no rear guards, gains +3. Auto on Vanguard. When an attack hits a Vanguard, draw a card. So you run this mainly for the 11k, and then also drawing a card is really nice because you're discarding a lot off Gauntlet Buster, and you need more cards in order to deal with that. For our triggers, we're running 4 heal, 4 perfect guard draws, and then 2 normal draws, and then 6 crit. We're mainly doing this because we don't need more power off the fronts. We want more crit pressure on our rear guards, who are gaining a lot of power already, so then you can just try to kill them really easily, because you want to end the game quick, because you might be minusing yourself each and every turn if you're spamming Gauntlet Buster. You're wanting the draw triggers, then you can keep card advantage in your hand and on the field, so then you can spam Gauntlet Buster and be okay with doing it and not feeling like you're losing too much. So yeah, overall with the deck, you want to hit Gauntlet Buster and then just constantly bind stuff, combining with your Zuitans, Dusty Plasmas, your Great Composures to gain more power. You run your Chow to deal with early game. You run Doran and Rising Phoenix to net more advantage through each other, and Zuitan adding himself to the Soul. You're running Thunder Break, so then you can get access to Rai Rai to gain more Soul. You also use Thunder Break to move up stuff from the back row to the front row, so then you can Gauntlet Buster them. You run Helena, so then you can cow charge and keep doing your Gauntlet Buster. You're running Demolitions, so then you gain more power, and early game you get on hit pressure, so then you can draw a card. Yeah, and then you're running 6 crit, 6 draw, because you want more damage and you want more cards. Boom! Hope you all enjoyed. I'll try not to rush something like this unless you guys like this style where I'm just spitting out information about a deck and you can quickly learn. But I just don't got time to do all this right now, so yeah. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.